Hello my scrappy friends and welcome to my channel again today. Today's share is for Scrap the Boys for September. My goodness, September, that is just crazy. This month it is all about flower love. I have created this page, which I'm really happy with. I really love it. Using a cut to cut file, and I'm using Paige Evans' Whimsical Collection. I didn't buy much of it. But I did buy a few bits and pieces, and so I'm starting with this paper. I think it's pattern paper 5 off the top of my head, and I'm cutting these. I don't know why, I cannot remember the name of this shape. I'm cutting them. Are they hexagons? I don't know, whatever they are. I'm cutting those, and I'm going to use those to back this whole cut file. That doesn't need big chunks anywhere, but I do need to be careful because I sized the cut file that they just fit. So I am being careful where I'm sticking them down. You can see I'm just positioning that in exactly the right place. I'm not going to make you watch all this because it is not fun. I'm going to jump forward in a second. You're going to see, you can see I've backed a whole bunch of those, and I've got some glue drying on some other bits. While that was drying, I thought I would get my photo cut out. I just used my white pen and traced on my black and white photo around the heart. And I'm just going to trim that down to fit inside there. This is a photo of my oldest child and my newest nephew. He was absolutely smitten. It was so cute. He loves babies, absolutely loves them. So I've trimmed that out, but I've just got to go back in and trim it a tiny bit more. Use my Scotch tacky glue to glue that in place. And then I'm going to continue on back in my cut file. Just making sure that's in exactly the right place, being very careful when I stick it down so I don't get too much glue smushing all over the place. I'm just going to show you a couple of these really quickly, how I'm trimming them down. This cut file is very easy. So I jumped forward. What I did was I started playing with my flowers, and then I really liked the placement of them. So what I did, I stuck them all down off camera. I have stuck some of them flat. I have stuck some using foam tape. They are the whimsical flowers as well. And I decided that I was just going to use the ones that didn't have a white border. So I've stuck those right around my photo, overlapping some of the photo, overlapping some of the title, and I really like the way that looks. I cut off like that 1/4 of an inch, whatever that branding strip measures, off the top because I really like that rainbow along the bottom. You can't really see, I don't know if you can see very well on the video, I can't on my screen. This pattern paper has got a rainbow of tiny love hearts. So it goes from yellow down to purple or pink at the bottom, I can't remember which. And I just wanted to do a little bit of mixed media behind where my photo is going. So I'm just using some white gesso just to white some of that out and to give the paper a little bit of protection from it being destroyed from the water. I'm going to do the packaging technique. I decided to go with a couple of shimmers colours. I'm using shimmers in the pots, and this one's Bumblebee. I chose yellow because yellow makes me think of happy, and the cut file, like the title of the page is "You Make My Heart Happy." So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So you can see I'm just using the packaging technique, trying not to get any onto that branding strip. I just wanted it behind that photo. I did add a bit more than I meant to, but that's okay. So here you can see I went in with a paintbrush. It wasn't very obvious on the video, but when I was doing this in real life, the water was a bit green, so the paint was going a bit green. So I just quickly dabbed that up with the gesso there. I was able to. And I've gone back in with some more of this yellow. I did use a pencil to mark to mark the outline of like the furthest parts out of those florals. I'm going to go back in with a different colour. I'm going to go in with Marigold, which is another Shimmers product, and I'm just going to do the exact same technique. Sorry, I'm just having a coffee while I do this. So I'm just adding that on top. It's not super obvious. I just wanted a little bit of difference in colour. Then I'm going to, I think I dry that off with my heat gun. Yeah, dry that off with my heat tool quickly. And then I'm going to add a little bit of each of these two paint colours to my messy mat here and add a few splatters, most of which get covered up. You can't really see them, but that's okay too. I'm just adding those with a paintbrush and clean my area up and then go back in with the yellow. Just watering that down a little bit. These shimmers are quite thick. I really love the consistency of them. And so jump forward again, my mixed media is all dry. I decided that I wanted to bring a bit more of the gold into the background. So there's the, it's not gold, I think it's rose gold in those flowers, but I thought that the gold would be fine. So I'm just adding a bit of gold thread on both sides underneath the florals there. I like the extra bit of texture it gives and just a little bit of extra interest. I'm going to stick that down with my Scotch tacky glue. Using my gesso, anything I can get my hands on. Adding a bit more onto the other side. If you haven't used this metallic thread, it can be a bit tricky. It kind of doesn't want to twirl up the way that cotton thread normally does. It springs apart. Wasn't doing what I wanted it to, so I pulled it out and started again. Add some more, because why not? Shove that in there quickly before it all springs back out. And then go in with my Scotch tacky glue again. I squirted a bit too much glue, so just using a baby wipe to clean that up. One of the ends here was annoying me, so I just chopped it off, which I'm totally okay with. Put some weight on that to make sure it sticks down, and then I'm going to go back in and stick this whole cut file down, which I do not make you watch. I did go in to where the ends of those leaves are and add a little bit more foam adhesive, just so that they stay off the page. And I'm going to come in with some puffy stickers. I don't add too much more. That little one says better together and it fits perfectly over that flower. Rainbow heart, because why not? Then I come in with all these tiny little love hearts and just scatter those around. They're so cute. I'm going to add my journaling. I'm going to add it between the cut file with a gold pen, just basically saying how much he loved meeting Hugo. Just go over that because that first bit didn't work properly. Added my date in, and then I decided I was going to add a little bit more gold with some Heidi Swapp Gold Colour Shine. I'm just sprinkling that around on the two sides where the flowers are, and a little bit gets on the photo, which I'm totally fine with. It's not on anyone's face, it's just in the black and white background. And I think I've got the close-ups here for you. The shimmer of those product is absolutely beautiful, and I love how this page came together. I'm so pleased that I left that branding strip on the bottom. I've got a bunch of close-ups here. So this month it's all about the flowers. So make sure you pop over to the blog to see what the other designers have all created, some beautiful, beautiful pages, and also to link up your own take on the challenge. Yeah, this was super fun to put together. I have worked on it a bit by bit over probably 3 weeks or so, but I'm really happy with the end result. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I will be back again soon with another share. Thank you ever so much for stopping by.